Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reign of Terror. So, in our last episode, we have actually gotten the Horadric staff. We are in Act 2, and now we are actually in the Valley of Snakes, the Claw Viper Temple, trying to look for the Amulet of the Viper. And with that, that will also bring us closer to the end of Act 2, where we will face Duriel. So in this episode, stay tuned with us as we venture into Act 2, the end of Act 2, to kill Duriel, the boss of the act. So for those who are joining us for the first time, this is actually a Diablo II Remake, Reign of Terror mod in the game of Grim Dawn. And I'm currently playing a Fire Amazon. A Fire Bow Amazon, Fire Arrow Amazon. And here are my two pets, the two Valkyries and my mercenary. I hear a gem drop. So we are currently searching for the passageway to go deeper down, level 2 of the Claw Viper Temple. When I last did it in normal, I don't think it was that difficult. So shouldn't be too tough to find for the exit, except this might not be a small map. Yeah, so we'll press on. Yep, I think that is the entrance. That's fast and easy. No unique drops, unfortunately. My skill strap is handling this mod pretty well. I practically didn't even need to use my other skills. Dark Clan Crusher, I think that is a Druid's item. Yeah, +2 all, +2 to all for Druid skills. I wonder whether would it be a feasible build to build a Necromancer with a Druid. Although I do think that it's quite hard to overlap the two items. Yeah, this is probably one of the better mid-tier items for the Druid. Something interesting is there is a Eldritch Talon. It's actually a Eldritch Fiend that fights along you. Oh, I think this is pretty interesting. And what does it do? physical acid damage, and I think it practically gives the enemies a debuff, minus 15% to attack speed, casting speed, as well as their poison resistance. Cool. So that probably would be an interesting item to make for a paladin build. So for those who are playing this for the first time, you do need the Heraldric Cube to craft the Heraldric Staff. And here you are, this is the Heraldric Staff. Deckard K would want to speak to us. And we get a devotion point, great. So this is interesting. This devotion gives us a new skill, Aether Fire, that erupts at your target's feet. And it's 15% chance to attack. I cannot think of a better skill than Strath. Yeah. So let's head on to the palace. Go lane. And here we go. Let's head down. So the Haram this is the palace Haram. Shouldn't be too difficult to find the entrance down. There is a waypoint in level 2 of Haram. Let's see if we will go past. Let's see if we will find it. Otherwise it's not that important anyways. So as mentioned in many of my in some of my earlier videos when going through dungeons, I think the biggest problem here is that it's really not easy to the doorways for the maps the doorways are not clearly indicated in the map, so sometimes you could be wasting time trying to find for the right doorway. Other than that, that's not a major complaint, but just something for the developers to think how to improve upon. Yeah, that's like this. Okay, here we are in the palace cellar. It's quite funny sometimes how my arrows could shoot through doors, but it can't shoot through like grills like this. I remember in D2 I used to be able to shoot through these grills. I think that's the waypoint. And this is the entrance down. Probably let's grab it since it's not too far away. Here we have the waypoint for the palace cellar level 1. Yeah. Heading down, taking a mana potion. Grab a rune. Oops. Upgrade. Recast my Valkyrie. Probably I might even recast my aura. Looks like a bunch of mobs in the room. Oh, it's a unique drop. Maybe a fire arrow clear them better. Yep, here we are. And this would bring us to the Arcane Sanctuary. Go. So those who are new to the Arcane Sanctuary is that there are 4 entrances. There are 4 ways. You basically each are unique, and you need to find the right one that will bring you to the boss. I think it's called the Summoner. So I think in my last try, I literally did all 4 ways and finally found the Summoner in the last one. So talk about luck. Hopefully I can find the Summoner in my first or second try rather than going through all 4 of the sites. So in this map, I think both Strafe and Fire Arrow work pretty well. Although I'm more inclined to use Strafe because it's open air. So Fire Arrow seems to work better when you have a corridor when the mobs are clustered. So yeah, you can see Strafe working pretty well here. So I don't think I need to consume too much mana to use Fire Arrow. Working very well, in fact. Pushing on. Okay, this is to tell you that you are at the wrong side, and the easiest way to go about it is to get to the Canyon of Magi and take the waypoint back to the Arcane Sanctuary. Okay, yeah. At least we found a waypoint. So hopefully this process will get faster. But not having much worries about killing the mobs here. I think my damage is fairly high enough. The crossbreed between an Amazon and a Paladin means I'm using my aura, so that gives me quite a bit of physical damage. In addition to the fire damage I've chopped out from the fire arrow tree. So I have 2 sets of viable skills, both pretty lethal. Not to mention I do have my Valkyries, and I think my aura does increase the damage of the Valkyries as well. So my mercenary, on the other hand, is actually the Act 3 mercenary. He's actually a spellcaster, but he has a fire blazing aura that increases fire damage by 75%. So it adds on a lot to the fire damage that I do. So it's actually quite useful when I apply it when I use it on my fire arrow together with my fire arrow. So if I remember correctly, my fire arrows are doing about 41k damage, and when I apply the fire aura, the blazing aura from the mercenary, it actually increases the fire arrow damage to about 47,000. So that's like more than a 10%. It's more like a 15% boost. So we haven't been very lucky. We have gone through 2 parts of the Arcane Sanctuary. Still not finding the Summoner. Hopefully we'll be lucky this time. But it isn't that hard to clear this area. Strength is working very well clearing these mobs, and doesn't consume too much mana. So oops, that's a boss. Cleared him pretty easily. Elite. So this is the map where an Amazon shines. Very fast. Yay! We are lucky. We have found the summoner. Wish I had teleport. Oh, yes. Yeah, having two Valkyries to block the corridor is definitely easy. That's easy. Okay. Oops. Empowered Flamebreaker is a shield. Fire damage shield. Demolitionist. So it fits the demolitionist better. Ooh, one more devotion point. Let's think about that later. Press on to Duriel. Cool. I think we pretty easily breeze through Act 2. Hopefully the fight with Duriel will be an easy one, judging how we handled the summoner. Yeah, as mentioned, I'm increasingly using more of Strength than Fire Arrow just to conserve mana. So far I think it's pretty well. Sharpshooter's code. Wow. Seems like something for a Amazon, but actually it's for demolitionist. Yeah, this is not a classic D2 item, but more of a Green Dawn item. So the tricky part about this is that unlike classic D2 where you have to really go through all four exits, you can actually just access Tarasha's tomb. Only the real tomb will have an entrance down. So that's an easy way to speed through this map. So the difficulty that we have now is finding the receptacle to slot in the heraldic staff, but I don't think that will be too difficult. So it's just combing through these tombs. Yeah, and usually in these settings, Fire Arrow will do better than Strap. Usually, yeah, as you can tell, the Wings of Fire basically means that something was there, and Fire Arrow basically cleared it. So the splash damage and the immolation from Fire Arrow is particularly useful in this setting. Oh, level 55, that's fast. Maybe we can take some time to add in our bonuses, skill points. So all to might, one to my Valkyrie, and one more to Strath. Cool. So we summon our Valkyrie. Oops, arrow. I don't know whether that makes a difference. Whether do I need to recast my Might Aura, but why not? I'll leave a town portal here. So far so good. Ooh. Yeah. So while I don't use my fire arrow that often, it is still very little in this map, only that it consumes too much mana. So I would use it if I see that there's a strong. Oops, this is a dead end. Taking the max here. So open map is where Strath is particularly useful as compared to fire arrow, but they both serve their purposes. Yeah, when I was playing Classic D2, I never thought of using fire arrows because multi-shot and Strath seems to be better skills, but you see, because of the synergies and how the skill tree is being crafted in D2, in Reign of Terror, I do find that the fire arrow is actually quite a viable build, except that it consumes too much mana, and the mana leech effect isn't that apparent in this game as compared to Classic D2. So yeah. I mean, with two Valkyries, I don't think it will be too tough to handle Duriel at the end of this map. So let's. So I added this skill Ada Fire. I think it's pretty good. It even has a chance to confuse the enemy, so I'm kind of liking it. We do have now additional skill points, which I'm thinking what else I should add on. I'm not seeing anything useful here. You? Doesn't seem interesting. Yeah, I might just hold on to this devotion point because I'm not seeing anything good. Yeah, maybe this. Rev. Nope. Lightning damage. Nope. Ooh, this is interesting. Kraken. Plus 50% to all damage. Two-handed melee or two-handed range. Hopefully a bow covers it. Yeah, why not? Cool, great. I think this might complement Strath very well. Yeah, I do note my damage has increased. Sorry for taking some time there. Yep, I think we are very lucky. We are right at the tomb. So we should be clearing Duriel without any difficulties. Okay, here we are. I'll leave the portal on. So far so good. Yay! Sorry, it's not that dramatic as D2. The door of the Tarasha chamber just bumped open. There isn't any flashy effects. And where is the Lord of Pain? Yup, that's the maggot looking. I'll leave a decoy, and I wonder would that work? No, that doesn't work. Oh, the decoy is working. Isn't working long enough. So I probably would just cut him in circles as my fire burns him through. I wonder would Strap be a better skill? Cool! Yes, we are done with Duriel. Lots of drops. And this is cool. Let's check these two items out. I think they should be here. Bone with leggings. Ooh, interesting. Although I don't think it is a particularly useful pair of pants, but it's definitely a big upgrade from what I'm wearing now. If you ignore all the relevant stats, yeah, maybe I would wear this. Yeah, why not? And Hon Sudan is a two-handed sword. Piercing damage with chance to reduce enemy's health. I think this will be particularly useful for an Amazon who is gonna be a spear zone or barbarian who is gonna be a whirlwind barbarian. Yeah. But otherwise, yep, I think we are good at the end of Act 2, clearing Duriel. Let's see what are the rewards. One more devotion point, and we get a free Tom Portal back. So as we are investing now in this Kraken tree, everything seems good on this tree. Health, oh, this looks good. This looks good. 70% to all damage plus 5% movement speed seems too good to me. So, that will also make us go faster, I guess. I just wonder if we have any more rewards here. Let's speak to these guys. Yeah, Jordan. One more devotion point, great. And speak to Jaren. Oops. Great. You see that has bumped up my damage quite a fair bit. Oh, more gold and experience, that's great. Sure, so thank you all for joining me in today's quest as we venture into the end of Act 2. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel if you are interested to see me when I venture into Act 3 to kill Mephisto and the Kuras dogs. Sure. Thank you so much everyone and hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye.